Good afternoon. I am Debbie McKeever, founder and owner of Strong and Healthy Temple, a virtual holistic health and wellness coaching practice servicing clients worldwide. It's another beautiful day. The birds are chirping pretty loudly today, which I like. I am continuing on in my series on ways that you can self-sabotage. And I had originally only planned to do about 6 or 7 videos in this series, but as divine ideas flowed, I just continued on. So there's probably only going to be about 1 to 2 more videos in this series, and then I'm going to move on, of course, to other topics. But the 14th topic that I wanted to discuss is self-pity. Wallowing in self-pity and feeling sorry for ourselves can potentially have disastrous results. If you wallow in self-pity long enough, it could, lead to worrying and anxiety and even depression. And of course, depression can lead to suicidal thoughts and even the actual act of suicide. So, it is important not to, get caught up in feeling sorry for yourself. And that's not to be confused with suppressing your emotions, because the Creator obviously gave us, different emotions for a reason, so that we could use all of them. So I am a firm believer in expressing your emotions, whether that be happiness, sadness, anger, joy, whatever it is. We have different emotions for a reason. And just because you're expressing sadness or anger or frustration or whatever, it does not mean that you're not a positive person. And I think in these law of community circles especially, sometimes we tend to get that confused, and we think, well, if I'm doing anything but being positive, then that makes me a negative person. No, you're just expressing your emotions. So you do want to allow yourself to feel, you want to express the emotion, and then move on with it. And the great thing about allowing yourself to feel what you feel is that you won't end up suppressing it. But the thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to stay there for too long. Like, you don't want to stay in a negative emotion for too long. If you're in a happy emotion, obviously, stay there forever, if you can. But, if things aren't going well for you, don't wallow in it. Like I said, just feel what you feel, and then, start to uplift yourself and encourage yourself and move on from it. And getting back to, feeling like, well, if I express it, if I put the wrong words out into the atmosphere, because I've been guilty of that, thinking, well, I don't want to put, the wrong expressions out into the atmosphere. And I'll use as example, 2020 was a tumultuous year for a lot of us. It was pretty rocky, personally and professionally for a lot of us, including myself. And so initially, when people would ask me about my business as things began to slow down, I just felt like, I still needed to, affirm positively over that by saying, oh, everything's great or whatever. But then I got to the point, where I was open and just allow myself to express what I was really, feeling, and, really tell the truth without being negative and say, well, things are slowing down, but I'm optimistic. Things have slowed down, but I'm optimistic that it's picking up. And so, just things like that, where you can still, be honest and express yourself, but also be, optimistic, and, believe in the present tense that things are better. You don't have to get yourself down in the dumps just because you're being honest. Like I said about my business, things, slowed down a lot, but I remained optimistic that things were going to pick up, and I'm already seeing things begin to pick up again. So be optimistic, but also allow yourself to feel what you feel without wallowing in self-pity for too long, because again, it can lead to more serious things, like depression and suicidal thoughts and things like that. So it's a really quick way to self-sabotage yourself that could potentially lead to death. Anyway, keeping this topic really brief. There's a lot of noise going on out here today. I don't know what's up with that besides the birds, like, trucks beeping and all kinds of stuff. So not my expectation, but I'm probably not gonna re-record it. I talked about in one of the videos not trying to be perfect. So I'm not trying to make this perfect, just trying to get the point across and be effective. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, pretend as if you never heard it or saw it. I would love for you to subscribe to the videos, hit the bell icon for notifications. Thank you for sticking with me during the series. I know I've made a lot of videos. Like I said, I originally only intended for the series to be half as long, but I just wanted to flow with the divine ideas. Thank you again for watching, and make it a great day.